Okay, so for our success story today, it comes from Julie, and Julie shares, my biggest win has been budgeting to predetermine where my money is going in advance, rather than my warped concept of budgeting in the past, which was keeping track of where my money went. So thank you for renewing my perspective on budgeting and giving me a kickstart on my journey to financial freedom and living a fully funded life.
Well, thank you, Julie, for sharing that. I think this is really interesting. So she shares that she had a warped concept. I wouldn't call it warped, or you wouldn't call it warped in keeping with what you said. We're friendly.
Friendly
We
here.
would say it was just a mistaken concept, or maybe there's a better way to view it. And she lists it, and that is she was documenting where her money had went. And when you just keep track of where your money went, you keep really good records of where your money went, you reconcile your bank accounts. What that is doing is documenting your financial history. You're a good documenter of history. That's what you are. You're documenting history. And budgeting is predetermining where your money will go in the future, so that when you document the history, you can agree and say, man, I'm so glad that happened, that happened, that happened. It worked out like I planned. It turns out, when you intentionally plan your dollars with a budget, that there's a much greater likelihood that when you review and document where it went, you'll be much more pleased with your financial behavior.
Yep.
And so that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that, Julie, and happy budgeting to you.
Yep. Okay, so our question for today is